Hi, Anti-Society. Welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet. Today we are checking out some more Tower of God Webtoon, and I am maybe excited for this. Look, we're getting into the beginning of this whole name hunt station thing, which at the moment I'm excited about, but also we've got a new big bad that's lurking, and Ran, in true Khun fashion, has made an impression at the onset of being here. I've got a feeling that it's going to escalate quite quickly, especially given that he is part of the Khun family, and that name in and of itself has a lot of weight and authority behind it. At some point, Endorsi and Shibisu and his group are going to get involved in this. I'm sure it could only end well. No chaos in our near future. Also, ooh, you're one of the hunters. Okay, Shadow Girl. Alfmeen, maybe? Okay, this, I want to pronounce it. One of the downsides of having a sibling who is an archaeologist is that my pronunciation of some terms and names is warped from what is like understandable. I'm going to try my best to pronounce it as Kaiser. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but I'm going to try and be consistent at least. Anyway, we've got another one of the 10 bosses, so that's 2 we found out about. Okay, so we got 2 days before he's gonna get involved. That's at least nice. Oh, hi, hello. It's very unsettling. It's almost like robot. Wait, wasn't there a similar mask with the other guy in the last chapter? I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Dirt Man. He also had a mask. I'm sorry, I was supposed to be reading something. Sure, we're confident. Hidden room, yes, because we're supposed to be going back for training with Thor. You can't tell me that's not Thor. The hair, the cape. Come on. Oh, yeah, eventually he remembered. How do you forget like a whole training montage that you're meant to show up for? I get a lot has been happening, but still. So again, I only have 2 days. Sorry about that. Sorry. But I just want to be upfront. Ooh, that's aggressive. Oh, the crash course. I'm just fine. We'll just go for it. We'll use what we have. Yeah, he got possessed by some souls. I feel like terrifying is the correct word here, yes. So you appear fine. Remarkably, right? I feel like he should be more messed up, given that the souls of a bunch of dead people, he's possessed by them. Like vengeful spirits, right? Yes, it's... What do you mean, is it strange for that to happen? Sweetie pie, I adore you. You are possessed by a bunch of vengeful spirits. After fighting, in the middle of fighting a god. What do you mean, is this normal? Is it strange? Yes. Yes, it is. It's not normal. Good observation. I do think it's worth noting that, like, he was able to take in the power, right? Like, I feel like every time Bomb takes in a new power or drastically levels up, I'm always like, this makes me nervous, because there should be a limit. There should be, at some point, he's gonna cap out on what he is capable of managing when it comes to power levels. So I understand also pointing that out of, like, clearly, or like innate ability to take in that power is not being affected by that huge onslaught of strength, right? Urik, who we're supposed to be meeting at some point, aren't we? I love the, like, you are like infinite, and then there's like the clear scale difference. Like, even though he is smaller in stature, the capabilities are immense. Not once. I get it that he wouldn't think that, but like, sir, you've been through a lot of like special circumstances. Aw, they're like, you're important. You are important. Those kids. Ooh. Okay, we're descending again. Hi, creepy demonic thing that lives inside of us. Like, you're back? You're alive? The number of times Mom's just like, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So the spirit saved you? Oof. The without mercy is interesting. Yeah, we did just take those souls. Again, they were gonna end up somewhere, right? So you gotta choose the lesser of 2 evils, but it's still messed up because it's the same thing that White was gonna do. It's just that Bomb did it instead, which is still messed up. Like, he didn't kill them. He didn't start a war between 2 nations. He still took the power that, like, White was trying to accomplish, right? You know what I mean? Like, the source of the power is still questionable. It's like the, like, needle thorn situation. Is he the reason that he got that power? Not really. There were a lot of other people pulling the strings to make that happen, but it's still messed up that it happened, right? Yeah, there's gonna be some baggage there. You're just on your little island now? Oh, hey, you lived. I guess because we needed info, and our source of information is on strike to some weird place. You're gonna be more descriptive than that. Why would you? We're best friends now, right? Okay, we got the floating island. Gotcha. Okay. So you have to be named. He's totally trust me. Please do not kill me. Thanks. Survival instincts. I feel like going into an area of a bunch of people who are like trapped because they don't have a name is probably asking to be swarmed in order for people to steal a name. You know what I mean? If anyone's desperate enough. Oh, okay, there's only 6. I was like, that's not that many. I guess there aren't that many around, but still. Reclaim their names or reclaim a name? Again, if anyone's desperate enough to just jump you, I feel like it would be these people. Okay, so reclaim their name or steal someone else's, like I was saying. It is a scary place, yeah. Very lucky. I guess because they're early, so it's like a little bit less going on, a little less competition, less they have to deal with. I'll tell you about the rules. I don't need to know. Weird game mechanic, but okay. Servants. Don't like that. Okay, it makes sense why there might be like less of the no-named then, if you can be given a name in order to serve one of the others. It's almost pyramid shaped, which is uncomfortable. Oh, they said pyramid. Look at me go. I get it. Yeah, look, that's what I was saying. It's mysteriously pyramid shaped. No, I'll tell you, can totally be as successful as me if you just do the simple program. I like it. That's correct. So we just gotta keep our name. It's probably fine. I agree. This place is freaky. Oh, hi. Is this the ambush I was expecting? Thank you for strategizing. Oh no, poor little darling. Just plopped right down. Is that because we were tired from all of the stuff that we did before? Look at Novik being single dad energy, as he should. You seem like not very good at this job, but you know what? You got passion, I guess. So you figured it out, I guess. Yes, run, Dan. Show Rachel what you're made of. He is fast. And just kicked somebody's head into the ground. Dang. Looks like we found a better replacement for what? I want to say Xia? I don't actually know. I'm just guessing with the X. Miss Bunny. Ooh, that is unfortunate. Novik, sir. Just, hey, the desperation. The casual, yeah, he's dead. Sir, calm down a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, seems like there'd be enough desperate people to ambush you. Oh, poor little sweetie pie. Just plopped right down. Good accommodations. Look at you go. Proving that you're still in this game. Like, dummy. I feel like saying we're safe, again, is always when things go wrong, right? The moment they were like, we can rest for a bit. No, we can't. We're safe here, are we? I just feel like the moment we're like, everything's fine. Is it really? Because we've been attacked in a room that we've been staying in before. Oh, no, I just read this last one. Yeah, as long as it's not one of the 10 bosses. That'd be crazy if one of them showed up. Look what you've done. You've put it out there into the world. We've taken care of at least one of them. We've introduced another one. I feel like that's just setting up a challenge that they're gonna want to try. A swordsman and a monstrous lizard? I think we know. They're gonna be a target, but not in the same way. Friends, not foes. We got a couple days, so a lot can happen in 2 days. Oh, just casually? Oh, I would take the name off your hands if you just offered it. Nick like, I don't even care. I don't want to do this game. I just want to get on the train. Get through this. Oh, drowsy. Wait, in the water? This is why I don't trust anything. Oh, so it's a hallway, but not in the rooms. But you had to drug him, chicken. The true terror of this place. Ooh, yeah, it was like, because he just said, here's how you take names. And now that's what we're going to be doing? Oh, she just said she don't get stuck here. Oh, God. Don't like that. Don't. Hess, that was who it was. See, I couldn't even remember his name. I would be terrible on this floor. Names are something that just like in one ear and out the other. Doesn't matter who it is or what I'm doing. I'm just like, names. No, I have to try if I want to remember names. Yeah, I was like, you're not. Speaking of a swordsman and a monstrous lizard. Okay, Huts. Not quite the zinger that you were going for, but I love to see ya. Hi, sweetie pie. He's not much of a talker, in his defense. Oh, sweetie. You tried. You tried. Great to see you, though. At least this kind of clears up that they also are in this, like, with the unnamed building, probably, because they're, like, still collecting the bosses. So they have 3, and then Ren got 1, so that's 4. We know of at least 1 more with Alphine. Alphine? I don't know. Names! I would suck so much at this. Anyway, 5, that's half, right? So that's pretty good. The blurry, like, coming into focus again. It's a good effect on the panels. I love the glow up her hots. Yeah, I was gonna say long time no see. I gotta stop saying stuff like right before I read the actual speech bubbles. They work well enough. Jesus Christ, hots. Why? Can you help me clean this up? And he's probably gonna be like, you're such a pain. Interesting to drug the water though, because water doesn't have a distinct taste to cover anything up. Oh, he was already sleepy. I'm like, are we still moving? We lost our head. Yeah, you got a target on your back now. Aww. You did great, Novik. You're just a single dad trying to make it work. Sometimes you just need help. It takes a village. Rest in peace. Dang. But like, he was moving though. Are we okay with that? Are we just dangling our foot into Mizu's face and sword? Like, you're just all up in his business? Oh, just wait. We'll see them. They better. We better not like separate again, like right off the bat. Complicated. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I was gonna ask, where's Endorsi? She's not coming to visit. She usually has other stuff going on. We're just holding him, like, not even by his head, like, just gripping his hair. They're so chaotic. I love it. Best girl. Even if she causes carnage. Just a blur. Yes, that's the problem here. You call him Snorlax? No respect. He just wants to take a nap and be left alone. Oh, okay. You seem like you might be one of the bosses with all the minions. I don't know why they all have the whole glasses thing going on, but sure. So she just dropped him. No respect to be found. Okay, octopus woman. She is, yes. She's like, ew, don't call me that. Ooh, good connection. 10 bosses, 10 families. It's a good point. Like them choosing to stay in a place where they can get that kind of power that they can't get elsewhere. Most services make her the strongest. Ooh, yeah, no fashion sense either. That's gonna offend her. All right, Endorsi, whatever floats her boat. I'm not fighting with her. They're just like, nope, we're not fighting her. And she's like, all right, I can come to you. Dang, just a one-woman army. Look at that cool shot. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, she's not something that should happen, but Endorsi said family. Oh, I remember him. No, I still have nightmares. I remember. Yeah, she did basically step on the toes of the other families. Yeah, it's competitive systems. Like I was saying in the last couple of chapters, I'm like, even with the princesses, either you live up to the name or you lose it. It's a very competitive, like, life or death situation. So there's a lot of people who have a vested interest in having an excuse to go after somebody. Yep, it's a disadvantage, and yet she chose it anyway, and we're very proud of her. Okay, we got some twins. Oh, okay, so they're from the same family. Gotcha. So that's why we're dealing with it. Can you stop poking him with your feet? He's so unbothered. This happens all the time. He's just whatever, man. We're literally talking about you. Yep, she's got a lot to lose now. Before it was like she was on her own. She could be more reckless. But now she has people around her that she has to take care of, right? Like she cares enough to take care of. She has like her own things motivating her besides just survive and be in a powerful enough position that you can more readily ensure that, right? Like maybe not against the other princesses or whatever and some of the more competitive people, but from like the basic populace, most people are like, nope, not messing with Princess Jihad. So it's different now. And she doesn't have the same backing that she used to, right? Oh, okay, we got a game going on. So high stakes. Ooh, okay, high stakes. Oh yeah, definitely. It's cool. Shibisu's got some strategic thinking going on though. Of course she did. Of course she agreed to it. She's prove myself. Put this to bed. Do the impossible. Just all up in his face. It's true that like, pretending that it's about Anak, yeah, she is, but also it's about her, right? It's her like wanting to prove something, not just in terms of the competitive environment she's grown up in. And Dorsey is used to having to prove her power. When people challenge her, you don't want to chicken out, right? Like you want to prove that you can hold your own. So if you're like, oh, I bet you can't do this like super difficult, maybe impossible thing, she's like, the hell I can. Bet. Just because that's like the world that she grew up in. But also because she's made this risk, right? Like she's risked her position as a princess of Jihad. She's risked being part of the backing that she would have with all of that. She's choosing her friends. She's choosing her own like independence. She's making her own decisions instead of just going along with the systems around her. She needs to prove that she can do it, right? So yes, it's like for Anak, but it's also just because I have to prove that I've made the right decision, that I'm like the right person to be on my own and to make my own decisions, right? Like I'm strong enough to do that. So it's also just about proving a point. It's like we had with Ran, right? Like he has had these defeats. He has to think a little bit more like strategically about what he's doing and like honestly just like, grow up a bit. I'm not gonna call him a kid because I know how that turned out. Like he just has to grow up a bit. And part of that is him continuing to like train and explore his abilities and expand what he's capable of doing, right? He's just like putting in some of the legwork that he didn't really have to do for a while because he was so used to being the most powerful person in the room. So I think that it's interesting to have all of these like super powerful people that were like introduced as having these like crazy abilities, and now they're having to prove themselves in a way that they haven't for a while. We got a secret though. Yeah, what are you look a little bit worried, but also there's a foot directly in your face. Just still dragging him along. Ooh, interesting though to be like, hey, does it make you happy cleaning up the mess of those in power? Almost like a princess. I feel like Endorsi's got some baggage to that statement. Ooh, it is related to the families, right? It's like, hey, we'll just dump them here. Again, names. The importance of names. If you can't compete, you can't keep up, you get kicked out. Ooh, fascinating. I didn't know I was onto something. I was just making observations. I feel like, yeah, legal should be in quotations of like legal system of slavery. And true. Also, rankers can't get involved. Technically. Yep. And like a lot of people stay, I guess, because if you have even a certain amount of power or like you're stuck in this suspiciously pyramid shaped system, you can't get out again, or you don't want to because you have a certain amount of power that you won't once you get out. You're not part of one of the families. Maybe it's a better decision in terms of like power and security to just stay where you're at as like one of these bosses. Ooh, we're even taking bribes? Yeah, you need to have some kind of system. Like, where do you put people? So y'all are garbage men. Y'all are waste disposal. Even though that is very dehumanizing, and I understand that those are actual people and that they should be treated fairly or blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. It's all fiction. They're drawings. It's fine. I am wearing my antisocial shirt, so just leaning into it maybe a bit more than I should. Oh no, we left him behind. Just trying to take a nap. Why is he even here? Why did he get dragged along? Oh, jeez. Again, that doesn't make you happy, right? And I think that goes back to Endorsi like having to prove herself, right? The reason that she chose to be her own person and to try and have more freedom is because she wasn't happy. And she was like, I am starting to understand what it means to want things for yourself, to be happy, to have a life that is nothing like I've ever experienced. Like her meeting Bomb and like having friendships was her being like, oh wait, you can spend time with people and not have to constantly worry about them like plotting to murder you in your sleep. Wild. Never experienced that before. So like finding happiness is a big part of what she's looking for, and not being murdered by an octopus woman. It's pretty metal to be like, stabbing my throat isn't enough to kill me. Not gonna lie. Yep, they don't want to steal her name. Ooh, yeah, also tentacles. That's a lot of opportunity to steal a name if it's like contact, right? Filthy feet. Ma'am, you were just walking on top of people. Dang, 10%. Again, chill is an option. Ooh, don't have a name. And like literally, or just because we're like walking away from our family or whatever. Yes, 5. I'm trying to do math now. Like they had 3 and then now they have 4 plus a Hess. I mean, they're kind of in a conundrum. Yeah, there's a lot to deal with. Good thing we got some backup happening. Probably, yeah, this is like a dumping site for the families. Probably was put here for a specific reason, especially if there's such a stark difference in power. I know some of that's like the names that are collected, but also like probably put here with a very specific intention of make sure nobody leaves, right? That's not the purpose of this, isn't so that people actually succeed and then the families have to like keep their promise, right? People are supposed to go here and never get out. Yep, I agree. Oh, okay. So we've made contact. Oh, did we actually lose our name? Is that what's we're getting some backstory on now? Dang, okay. So she lost. So we do have something to prove. And it definitely like puts into perspective the scale that we're dealing with. Like I was saying, someone who definitely has that much power. Again, some of that's coming from like the mechanics of stealing names, but also definitely put here with the intention of this person is strong enough to make sure that nobody leaves. Even a princess, right? Even one of the princesses cannot handle themselves. I feel like Lady Yuri would probably be okay, just because she scares me a lot. So now we're raising up the stakes of, okay, our trump card of Endorsi wasn't enough. So now we have to come up with a more intense plan. Where is that boy? Late. He was late for his training. He's late showing up, except he's not because we still have a couple of days. But so we need to get that back. There are more stakes to winning this now. I like it's food, clothes, fruits get their own separate category. Oh, okay, we got snacks going on. Yes, put the bananas in. The bananas are important. That's a fruit. It has its own category. Let him have the bananas. They won't last long anyway. Oh, we got a nice timer going on just in case. No, he probably won't. I mean, got a little bit ominous previously where he's, I'll be there. Don't worry about it. Don't say things like that. It's gonna make me worry about it. Oh no, we're back. Cool. I was like, so we haven't seen him for a bit, but you made it with time to spare. And it was not nothing. I don't trust you, especially after the whole, hey, you devoured a bunch of souls. I feel like that might bother him a little bit, right? Yeah, be suspicious. Interrogate him about some of that, but like maybe at a future point. Oh, we're on a clock. But I feel like we're gonna get some flashbacks in the next chapters. I'm not saying that I pay attention to things sometimes. I may not be able to remember characters' names properly, but sometimes I accidentally guess things right because I was making a bunch of connections to the families and Princess of Jihad and all that. And like, that all seems like it's interconnected because like names have power in the rest of the tower too, right? It's just not the same like one-to-one kind of mechanic here, right? Of clearly if you collect names you're going to have power. It's like through the, oh, if you have this name then you have people who are like you're in charge of and they have people who are they're in charge of and like mysteriously triangle shaped like we've already established, right? So if you're one of the great families or like head of the great families, then you have like, the rest of the family that's like under your power, and then there's like a bunch of people who are like subservient to those families, right? There's like levels to it. So having that be mirrored in this station as like a kind of, I don't know, miniature version of that is really interesting, and have it be this kind of disposal site of what do we do with people who are just like problematic, we don't want to actually deal with them, where do we put them? And I hadn't even like fully thought of that before. I'm like, what do you do with a rancor that you need to get rid of? And I know we're probably not dealing with like rancors necessarily, but what do you do with a Princess of Jihad that you're like, actually you can't be that anymore and you're problematic? If they had taken Anak's mom, what would they have done with her? It's just we're basically in like a prison of sorts, right? Like we're in like a just like disposal of people that the families don't want to deal with this empty promise of, yeah, no, if you finish this challenge you can totally come back. And no one ever has. High stakes with Endorsi needing to get her name back. High stakes with us needing to living up to this like challenge to in order to save Anak, or at least protect her from the what Lopobia names. I remember Ren, right, from all the way back on the second floor, which we're bringing back a bunch of that, right? Like we're bringing back a bunch of like references to like early on like season 1 stuff, and I'm like, that makes me suspicious. That makes me on edge, because why are we bringing all that back? Are we gonna get some of the other people showing up again? I don't know. I feel like it's all, we're building to something, and that makes me on edge, because even though sometimes I can guess connections between things, other times I'm like, what are we doing? What's happening? That'll be fun. But I hope you enjoyed reading that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post a Tower of God reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.